Dr. Porcelvi, we come to you. Dr. Porcelvi is a neuropsychologist and the founder of Unified Brain Healthcare. I think we are blessed to have a neuropsychologist on board, Dr. Porcelvi. I can't thank you enough. There are only like 5% of neuropsychologists in the entire world. Can you imagine the numbers? I mean, it's so rare to find someone, and she has been a huge strength and support for GMHA as well. So, Dr. Porcelvi, the second component of EI is self-reflection. So, how do you think that affects our mental wellness? And can you explain to us the effect of stress on our neurons and how stress-free life is different? So basically, we want to understand a little bit of what stress actually does to our brains, because I don't think that many of us has that even basic understanding. And we would love to, know that from you, since you are the master here for that. And I forgot to add in, please make a little bit of self-introduction as well. Thank you.
I think you gave a well charted introduction to me. I mean, like, I'm a neuropsychologist. I am the founder and I head a passionate group of rehabilitation therapists at Unified Brain Healthcare. So we are based in Chennai, but because of the coronavirus time, so now we are like across the world actually, like with our home services, and like we do online as well as face-to-face session in both Chennai, Saligramam, Ashok Nagar, and also now online. So that's pretty much me, like I work with dementia, brain injury, mood disorders across the whole spectrum, like children to older adults. But my favorite is older adults, working with adults above the age of 60. But now I work with a lot of positive neuropsychology. So that's working on people who are 35 plus, because that's when your brain is at its peak, as well as it is also beginning all the aging processes. So I work with 35 plus for helping them achieve the best brain health that they can possibly achieve. And as for the question about self-reflection, self-reflection is basically like introspection. So introspection is a powerful tool in emotional well-being. So what is this self-reflection, introspection? Cutting all the mental health jargon out, it is simply listening to yourself in your head. And it's being mindful of what you are going through, why you are feeling what you're feeling, and processing your emotions and thoughts. Be positive. It is a common mistake we all do, like we think happiness is the goal for emotional well-being, but it's not. There is a reason we have all the emotions we do, because otherwise evolution would have cut them out. But we have negative ones like fear, sadness, guilt, and stress is one such important state of our mind and body, which is essential to our well-being. Actually, optimal stress, according to psychologists, actually increases your work performance and ability to handle situations in life. So, I mean, think about exams. If you never got stressed about it, we would never study for it. But I mean, that's a very basic example, but that's how it is for other situations in our life too. Yeah. But we all know too much of anything is not good for us. We have proverbs in every culture for that. So stress, self-reflection included, these both, if too much of it, then it is not good for us. So when there is too much stress, there is too much cortisol production in our body. So it leads to decreased energy production, which causes the mental and physical fatigue we feel when we are stressed out. The feeling of being overwhelmed, which causes a breakdown of our coping strategies, which makes us annoyed and irritable. And it causes the meltdowns, triggers a fight or flight response or a freeze response, by which we just go numb. So this may cause us to engage in self-destructive behaviors, irrational patterns of behaviors and thoughts, addictions, or it causes us to become emotionally numb and dissociating ourselves. And we might start removing ourselves from our own self. As too much stress causes lesser energy production in our brain, our neurons age faster. they don't do what they need to do for removing toxins or producing neurotransmitters that our body needs. This can lead to an increase of toxic plaques in our brain, which most of us, I hope we know that the plaques are the reason for most of the neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's and most of the disorders that I can name, neurocognitive disorders. So contrary to popular belief, neurodegenerative disorders are not disorders of the old age. This is why I got interested in positive neuropsychology itself, because the disorders set in and disease processes begin decades before we have the first symptoms. So your stress levels in your 40s, 50s matter for the well-being in your 60s and 70s. So you cannot just think, I'll be stress-free in my 60s after I retire or my children grow up and all that. You need to work on it from today. Right. So that's my message today. You need to start working on it early.
No. True, very true. I think that is what we were getting at, that, with emotional intelligence and why we are trying to introduce it at an early age into schools, universities, or everywhere else. I think you have provided the why, for that. So can self-reflection help in reducing the stress? Like, can that introspection into your lives and why you are doing what you are doing, having that sense of purpose or redefining your purpose, etc., can it help in stress reduction?
I already told self-reflection is only introspection. So it's looking inside yourself for answers to being mindful of your actions, emotions, and behavior. So psychology works with actions, emotions, and behavior. Yeah. So we have to think to the chatter in our heads. We often think, feel, and do things without conscious thought. Okay, we just in the grind of life, we go about doing things. Introspection and being mindful helps you focus on why you are doing something, or why you're thinking something, or why you're feeling something. You need to listen to that chatter in your head, like what is your head talking to yourself? You need to be your best friend. You need to listen to yourself. We all spend our entire days chattering in our heads. Like even now, I'm pretty sure all of us are thinking different things. Even me, other things in my head. So, but we don't really listen to ourselves. Even those of you who say, I'm just blank in my head, I don't think too much. Your head might still be chattering. So take some time and listen to what you're talking to yourself in your head. Is it mostly positive conversations, or are you having mostly negative conversations? What are you telling yourself? What are you thinking? How are you processing the situations in your life? All of these will hold answers to how you can cope with situations in your life and turn seemingly negative situations or emotions to your advantage. And so you can grow instead of giving way too much stress to yourself. So I think self-reflection is a very effective tool to move forward towards your emotional well-being, which in turn reflects on your physical well-being, your brain health as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Porsalvi. If it was up to me, or I'm sure the rest of us, we would go on listening, because neuropsychology has always been a very, very, intriguing field for me. And for others as well, because we don't know much. I mean, we always think that, what is happening in the brain, what is happening in our neurons, or etc. But thank you for providing all those insights.